Hello, everybody. My name is Bluff Lanier, and I am an artist who took his pain, trauma. Did I just refer to myself in the third person? Oh my God. And my fight to survive and turned it into a universe. My entire music catalog documents my healing in real time from every first song all the way to City Cowboy that comes out August 21st. This is how it all began. Chapter 1: The Arrest. In November 2026, my ex partner was arrested for assaulting me. It wasn't the first time he assaulted me, it was the first time he was arrested. Been going on for years. I never said anything. I thought I could fix him. I thought love meant staying quiet. I learned the hard way that that wasn't possible. After his arrest, everything flipped. I became his number one enemy overnight. Like, literally, it was so fast, it's insane. I never called the police. Again, the neighbors did. I never fought back. I couldn't. I loved him. You don't hurt the people you love, even when they hurt you. Chapter 2 was the retaliation. He started doing things just to hurt me emotionally. Ignoring me, refusing to speak to me directly, talking to me through my mother, claiming I set him up, claiming I wanted him arrested again. We had a life together. Communication should have been simple, but he made it impossible. Like, it was the worst thing. And he knew, like, which buttons to press. Like, he knew I could not stand him ignoring me. So he was, like, using that to the highest power. Chapter 3, the break-ins. He would break into my apartment when I wasn't home. He knocked my ring doorbell off consistently, like every single time. It was so annoying. I still have the footage. He tore through my place looking for his firearm, his gun that he wasn't legally allowed to have due to his, like, charge of assaulting me. Because he kept doing this, he knew when I would leave somehow, but he didn't know when I was coming back. So that's why he would, like, frantically search the apartment. But then he would do things like leave things that he would, like, ruffle through. And then, like, he would, like, spray my cologne for some reason. Like, it was weird. It was just messy for no reason. Because he was doing this, like, looking for the gun was the only thing he cared about out of this whole situation. He didn't care that he put his hands on me. He didn't care that he was arrested. Everything was my fault, and now he wanted his gun. I was terrified because of that. I didn't want to come home and get shot one day, so I pawned the gun for safety, planning to get it back once one of us moved out of the apartment. I didn't know I was breaking any laws. I was just trying to stay alive. Chapter 4, the false charges. He reported the firearm stolen. Still thinking I had done nothing wrong, I told the police exactly where it was and why. Then one day while I was working, I got pulled over and arrested. He pressed charges for theft by conversion. My car was towed. My bail was high. He succeeded in retaliating against me. He succeeded in retaliating against me for his own arrest, the one I never caused. Chapter 5, the eviction. After that, I got a 90-day notice to vacate my apartment. Why? Because I sent the front office ring footage of my ex and the maintenance man hooking up in my apartment. I thought it was unethical, especially since the maintenance man used the empty apartment above me to hide when I came home. Like, this was such a terrible time in my life because I knew he was cheating on me and I knew that the person would be in the apartment. I just could not figure out how I wasn't catching them. And then I finally realized, oh, that's why I couldn't catch them, because he would wait in the apartment above us for me to go into my apartment. And then once I went in my apartment, he would leave because the apartments were inside, like, buildings. So, yeah, that's how they would do it. And I was going crazy, thinking I was crazy, and I wasn't. So after I sent the, like, ring footage of the maintenance man and him hooking up in my apartment and letting them know that he was, like, you know, using his keys for to go into the empty apartments, blah, blah, blah. The complex sided with my ex, like, dead ass. They used my arrest as an excuse to kick me out. They called me harassing for confronting the maintenance man. One time I confronted him. One time. That's it. And all of a sudden I'm harassing him. Like, what the hell? Get the fuck out. Let's see. Then chapter 6, the restraining order. Oh, also, the complex sided with him. They used my arrest, kicked me out, called me harassing for confronting the maintenance man. Meanwhile, my ex was living in his car, hooking up with guys in the building. My car got keyed. I was surrounded by people who wanted me gone. Chapter 6, a restraining order. On Christmas Day, I got drunk and sent some texts and voicemails. I apologized afterwards. I said I'd leave him alone. I literally was like, you will never hear from me again. Like, let's just, like, get this over with. And he used those messages to get a restraining order against me. Now I was scared to leave my apartment because he was always around, and I couldn't understand how someone afraid for his life kept choosing to stay in the same building as me. I was being bullied by neighbors he was sleeping with. I was isolated. I was alone. Chapter 7, the court hearing. I put all my stuff in storage, turned in my keys, told the front office only his belongings were left because he wasn't speaking to me, and I legally couldn't contact him. The front office was the only people I could tell. At the hearing, he claimed I stole all his stuff. So he did a walkthrough with the apartment complex front office people who were already against me to begin with. What they did was they had people come and clean the apartment and go through his things, and then they did the walkthrough. Like, none of it made sense. I was like, why am I being blamed for this? This is ridiculous. And anyway, so at the hearing, yeah, he accused me of stealing all his stuff. He accused me of things that never happened. I didn't even get a chance to speak before the judge just granted him the order. The judge was like, do you want to say anything? At that point, I was so still emotionally traumatized, I just couldn't speak. My abuser, the same man caught on video choking me, walked away protected. The prosecutor for the assault on me told me that if the video I showed him of my ex choking me had happened in his county, he would have pursued attempted murder charges. Like, that's what I had been dealing with. And he still was like, he just kept having this hold over me in all these ways, and then started using the judicial system against me. Like, it was fucking crazy. Chapter 8. Loss after loss after loss. Living in my car. I ended up living in my car. It was January. It was cold. I was driving for Lyft and sleeping in the Atlanta airport rideshare lot where I live. I wanted to give up, but I couldn't. Chapter 9, the turning point. I used music as therapy. I needed something to keep me alive. My whole world had collapsed. I felt invisible. I was being painted as crazy, obsessed, a villain, and none of it was true. This is where my fight began.